We created this project in our support of the United Nations efforts to increase the number of women leaders in all levels of decision making, which is one of the targets of the Sustainable Development Goals, goal number 5 on gender equality.
I like to think that I am a leader, but it is still very much a work in progress for me personally.
やっぱり自分の体験を話すということはとても勇気のいることだと私は思います。ですが、今回このような機会をいただいて、学生時代の同期や先輩、後輩から元気をもらったよとか、私も頑張るねと言葉をいただきました。
In my community, I am a leader, but it's always striving to be the best you, to be able to possess these qualities at every moment, and especially when it gets hard.
Conflicts and crises nearly always carry gender-based burdens. The COVID-19 pandemic is no different.
As Thursdays in Black ambassadors for the World Council of Churches, we appeal to all persons of goodwill to actively help raise awareness, protect against and prevent rising levels of gender-based violence during this global COVID-19 pandemic.
During these times and always, we must enable and promote safe spaces for all.
So we urge everyone to care for the persons in their homes, personal relationships, and in all workplaces still serving the public good. Violence is not the solution for frustration with or fears about the spread of COVID-19.
We appeal to individuals and community agencies to assist in providing mechanisms for the protection of the vulnerable amongst us.
We also invite you to participate in Thursdays in Black at home and post your photos on social media using Thursdays in Black tag.
We are inspired by churches who have already proactively responded to those in their communities with increased vulnerability. We encourage churches to be involved in creating physical and virtual safe spaces for those who are not safe in their homes.
An unusual time asks for unusual responses. As Thursdays in Black ambassadors, we pray that people of faith join us in creating a world of justice and peace in these challenging times.
The types of issues this community faces: HIV infections and also gender-based violence.
I faced sexual harassment from the Human Resource Department.
Nilikuwa mtu mwingine rough. Ndio ilikuwa nikikujanga home sikuwa nakaa poa na mama. Ilikuwa tu kila time ni vurugu.
It is the time we say that enough is enough.
Ni jambo nzuri sana kwa wale viongozi sisi wa imani kwa kufikia hawa wapendwa.
This has really changed a lot of lives in Mukuru.
Pasingekuwa story na sasa na hiyo mambo na kwenda kanisa, introduction na church, maybe hata singekuwa.
More than 200 million women and girls have undergone FGM.
Each year, 12 million girls are married before the age of 18. That's 23 girls a minute.
Gender inequality is the most pervasive form of discrimination. It affects everyone.
But its most harmful effects are on women and girls. This injustice has to stop.
So we are introducing the first Islamic Declaration of Gender Justice. The declaration is a call to action against gender inequality from a faith perspective
and seeks to tackle discrimination in all its forms. Created in consultation with faith communities, women's rights organizations, UN and international bodies, Islamic scholars, and those affected by injustice each day.
The Declaration sets out 6 calls to action: economic justice, civil, political and digital rights, equity in the family, education, protection and health, and transformative leadership.
The Declaration affirms the human rights already central to the Quran.
That all people are created equal, and that gender-based discrimination has no place in Islam.
Harmful practices like FGM, child marriage and honour killings are cultural and not Islamic.
But we must accept that these practices are happening in Muslim communities right now. Therefore, Islam must play a central role in the solution.
Good morning. I am Susan Henry Crow, the General Secretary of the General Board of Church and Society of the United Methodist Church. It is a pleasure and an honor once again to meet with you at the Annual Symposium on the role of religion and faith-based organization in international affairs. We are proud to partner with the World Council of Churches, the Seventh-day Adventists, and ACT Alliance. We are also happy to participate with the United Nations Interagency Task Force on Religion and Development. This year's theme of accelerating gender equality and equity and justice has long been a priority of our agency. Women worldwide continue to be excluded in decision-making spaces where their leadership is badly needed. No country has achieved gender equity. For one, equal pay for equal work remains elusive in many societies. This is a shame, for we all suffer as families and communities. The United Methodist Book of Discipline is unambiguous about our duty, individually and collectively, to advocate for women's equality, saying, "We affirm women and men to be equal in every aspect of common life." If faith-based organizations are to be a moral force in international affairs that we could be, we must do better. For our sons and daughters, for our future, for the planet. Thank you so much, and welcome again to this symposium.
This is a story of a remarkable organization embarking on a global effort to use the power of story as an instrument of unity and peace.
So Jaffa, you talked about bringing peace to this community. I know this community has struggled. Tell me about what has life been like in the past.
It is called URI, or United Religions Initiative. It is a kind of United Nations of people of all beliefs, including atheists and agnostics. This is how it works. At least 7 people come together to tackle a cause. The only requirement is that they represent at least 3 different religions or belief systems. This is called a cooperation circle. They do something together. Build a school, expose an injustice, fight poverty, rally against hate and violence. There are now 1,000 of these cooperation circles in more than 100 countries. We can create a culture of peace, justice, and healing for all.